Hello. Check this tree out. Yeah, I decided it'd be a good time to go for a walk, even though it's raining out. You know, I had already uploaded one vid and then I just turned it private because I'm not sure whether I'm just going to make it unlisted or public or not. So I'm just going to kind of cover some of the things from that. And sorry if I'm kind of muffled a little bit because I'm trying to keep the raindrops from messing with my phone. But, no, last night my dad had to run to the market and he needed me to keep an eye out, keep an eye on my mom, actually. Well, she had woke up long enough, she shuffled out in the living room. I was sitting there, so I'd go out every couple minutes to check on her, of course. Up here kind of trying to deal with a lot of things that I've been dealing with, and, my personal stuff. But also wanting to spend some time with my mom and my dad. And, in all honesty, I get worried that I can't help it. After seeing how my mom was yesterday, and then when I got there the night before last night, I'm worried about my mom. I'm not sure I'm going to have her around this next Christmas, not this coming one, but she's got a couple moments she's looking good. Like, today she started to look a little bit better. But last night it was, while we were waiting for my dad to get back from going to getting some chicken feed, and it's the rain stuff. That's why I'm trying to keep it covered. Sorry. But while he went to town to get some chicken feed, I was, checking on my mom, hanging out with her, and, she's sitting on the couch. She's kind of in this side fetal position on the couch, not laying on it, but like you'd be sitting on it, just she's on her side and feet up in the air, and she's just kind of tapping her chest like this. And so I'm asking her, she's alright, my chest hurts. And so I'd asked her if she needed to go up to the doctor's, once, Dad got home, that type of thing. And, she was like, yeah, you should. Well, when he got back, she just pretty much was like, I'm fine, that type of thing. Well, I'm going to stand under this lightly branched out tree for the moment. But I came out, because they were, he got home. He went ahead and brought home some chicken for dinner and all that. And so I had, sorry, the rain keeps messing with this and I gotta hold my hand just right. So I was out there and I went to check on her, while Dad's out there, of course, just to make sure. And she's back on the couch again, sitting there, tapping her chest again. You can see it in her face, and it's just this expression. And my dad's just sitting 5 feet from her, just so focused on the TV. And I just turn it, it's not like he's doing it on purpose, that type of thing. But I looked at my mom and I was like, you alright? And she's like, my chest is hurting. And so, my dad immediately, got shoes on, that type of stuff, and took her up. And so I ended up passing out while they were up there, but I had my phone right underneath my head so that way I could hear it ring. They didn't get back until like 1:30 in the morning, and I woke up then, and then I passed out, and woke up again a couple hours later. I don't know how much more I can do. This is just, it's too much, and I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to, yeah. And then, of course, I check my email, and I get a message from her, and from that person down there, and she wants to send me a link to a song that she's not only sent me that link to before, she's posted it on her Facebook and everything. I saw it when, for that brief moment, we were friends for a moment on Facebook. But what I saw, I couldn't handle it, because I realized she'd been lying throughout our relationship, and she just, yeah. I don't want to get into it. That's why I haven't. That's why the other vid's private. There's things that are bothering me, and it's just, I'm tired of getting used. And that's why I came up here, is to not just kind of try and deal with some of the things that I've been dealing with, but so I can try and spend some time with my mom and my dad. Because, in all honesty, I don't think I'm going to have my mom a whole lot longer. And it does scare me. And trying to deal with that, while dealing with the shit that I've been dealing with that person, my kids, family, friends, all kinds of stuff. And it's like, I don't know who to trust. I have my reality just completely fucking thrown in a blender. And so I'm just doing my best to just try and just keep going forward. So I figured it'd be at least a good time to go for a walk, you know. I tilt it so that way the rain doesn't hit it too easy. But just at one of my more favorite locations, which happens to have this place. Figured I'd bust this up so that other people can see. And there you go. It's one of my more favorite places to go, obviously. And even though I know it's raining, it's not going to be so crowded here. But enough of my ramble. I'm going to flip this around just so you can enjoy more of the view of what I'm seeing, so you're not having to look at my ugly mug and all that fun jazzy stuff going on. Just here trying to get myself back together a little bit. Yeah, it's not gonna fit. It's not a fix-all, but I've got to get myself grounded a bit. I'm not in a good place. Oops. This is actually one of the trees that I've gotten a photo of on a previous walk. And of course, people should those who've seen this before, or this place before, should recognize the Ricola spot. At least that's what I call it. I'm trying not to mess with the camera, I'm sorry. The creek's getting full down below. Could you imagine getting to live right there? And then there's some trails right in there that go up and around. There's some other ones. Like, obviously those trails, some of them will lead right up. But yeah, I won't adventure up there. I want to say this is a rotting russula. I could be wrong on that one. I recognize some mushrooms because I have them growing at my house too. And they're edible. Some you have to cook a certain way. Pretty big tree, wasn't it? Sorry. I can feel when the camera kicks because it caused the phone to do a little vibrate thing. I have my Canon camera, but I've got to find the rain jacket for it. Which I know is in the truck, yeah. Get down to the covered spot so I can at least even give the phone a break from getting some of these raindrops a little bit. Pretty cool. Okay. Yep. So yeah, there's trails all the way down there. There's a trail right here. See? Through the trees, there's some other trails over there. Like, there's a lot of trails, obviously. And what's funny is, even though this trail... Oh, hey, they cut a... How did I miss that the last time, unless that's new? The last time I was here, it might be not easy to see, but there's this green patch that comes up right here, comes around, and pops out right here. The last time I was here, that wasn't there. So this is nice to know now, because I ended up cut my own shortcut right here. So where the briar bushes are right there at the tip of my finger, just came up right around that. Yeah. And I don't mean for all the cuts to be happening in this. It's the raindrops hitting the screen. And I can still get down to that trail if I continue on the way I'm walking. I just needed to go somewhere that I can hopefully try and get my mind off of things for a moment. And all these little white stake looking things, if they're hard to see, those are all trees that have been replanted. So for every one tree that's been cut, I believe it was like 3 or 4 have been planted here. And that's within with keeping in mind that about 30% of all trees replanted are going to die. Between, animals eating them, not enough water. In some cases where, like even out here, sure, we get rain all the time, but when these different plants start to get so big over time, they'll start taking water from the next one. And so it's just a natural competition in the environment amongst, from the grass to the bushes to the shrubbery and the trees and flowers, and then you've got all the birds and the bugs and all this other stuff all competing for that water. So during the summertime is obviously usually going to be the competitive time. But thankfully out here we do get a lot of water. There's a lot of moisture here, and the creek that's down there goes for a while. You know what? I'll be honest, I'm a little bit on the hesitant side. Because I was only intending to make this a short little trip, but hopefully we can get down there without tripping the camera too many times. Yeah, this is new. This is a new cut trail. I should have brought my walking cane. I didn't really even want to get my dirty shoes more dirty. I see that. That's just a retainer because some of that soil's gonna roll back down. Yeah, this is a new cut trail. This wasn't here like, it's probably been a couple months, 2-3 months since the last time I've been here. I mean, the vid's on here from the last time I was here. That was nice. These are probably some of the few vids that you won't have me smoking in too. Sweet. Took a snapshot. I was trying to make sure I didn't mess it up. Let's go. Hopefully I don't fall on my ass backing up. Yes, I'm taking photos while I'm doing this. Getting a little bit of my therapy in while I'm out here. This has been my doctor. This between Mother Nature and God right now. I don't have like a solid support system, and others I have distanced myself because I don't want to allow too much of my shit to be placed on their tables. See, if you notice, even with the cut ground, like some of the vids on my Lost in Thought Today channel, down in the Winnemay Forest and stuff like that, it looks nothing like this, even for the forest grounds, like where there's been cut, old cut, all that stuff. The forest there does not look like this. And yes, water plays a part. But then we, down there in the Winnemay Forest and the Fremont Forest, In the Siskiyou Forest, there's an invasive beetle down there that is actually killing the forest. And the only way to really deal with them is you have to cut an infected tree and run it through this chipper thing that goes right into this other thing that burns it. So, zoom back outwards. There we go. You can see the logging going down there. Check out that guy. Let's go back to normal. Let's see if we can get a little closer. Move that out of the way. That and there. There's a couple snapshots. I take pictures of pretty much anything that kind of catches my eye. You know what? In some ways, kind of matches my mood. I don't know how a mushroom kind of matches my mood, other than right now my reality just feels like it's been fucked with, and yeah. Oh, and then there's, I guess, another intentional crosscut right here. This is new. And I'm pretty sure from here what I'm seeing is turkey tail. You'll see it when I get up closer. Otherwise, it could be something else. No, it's turkey tail. So, this stuff here, I'm pretty sure this is turkey tail. Don't quote me on it, but turkey tail is edible, and this is really fresh. I'm pretty sure that is turkey tail, because when it dries, it'll turn that grayish color on the rims here. Get a snapshot of that guy. This is cool. Sorry, when I shake the phone, it helps reset the focus. And this guy, I don't know what these guys are called, but I think he's really cool. Oh, hey, look at that. I wonder if that's gonna turn into a yellow amanita. I wonder if that's what that is. I don't think so. It's just a weird position right there. Doo-doo-doo. Stay dry underneath the tree. And see, there's these guys too. Check that out. I don't know what these are, but they look pretty cool, don't they? They actually kind of remind me of a wavy cap, to be honest. It sounds weird when I say that, but just as I talk about that, it cuts off. There's another. Sorry, my back's been hurting pretty good, and I'm just, yeah. There's so many out here. It's so cool. I mean, see? There's those guys, there's that guy. I'm like literally trying to watch where I walk. I mean, there's even that crazy rotted guy out right there. I think that was, yeah, like one of the yellow ones. Which kind of also remind me of jelly, but I don't know what those are. It's pretty cool though, isn't it? Sometimes this is probably the best way to get distracted from your daily, I can't say daily necessarily, but from things that are really like kind of like bringing you down and breaking you down. Now I'm gonna walk down to that trail, and then I'll be able to get down to the other. Let's see here. Nope. I'm an idiot. I pushed the stop button instead of the other button. There we go. And there's another covered spot to give the camera a dry place to kind of re-dry up. This place gets a lot of really cool, like, I don't know shit about fungus and stuff like that and mushrooms, but I still think they're really neat. Let alone they grow in some of the coolest places. Put that down again. Alright, there it goes again. It's the raindrops. The raindrops keep falling on my head. Doesn't mean soon be turning red. Crying's not for me. I don't know why that song is just going through my head now. Sorry, I'm trying to get through this little spot here where the rain's just dropping and don't have much coverage, so I don't have the phone cut, the phone cut off. Fresh cut, they just, yeah. What a lot of people are seeing right now, yeah, I'll have some people probably watch this and be like, oh my god, they're killing all the trees. You know, they do like areas of this forest by sections ever so often, and it's done as a demonstration to show what the effects are of basically proper logging and land management. And it's used, yeah, see there, this is all fresh, but as shitty as this stuff looks, I mean, I'm not a fan of logging, trust me, I'm really not, but I understand there's a place for it. And see, all you have to do really is just like with Oregon, if you go on Google Earth, Google Maps, just get the satellite view, and you look at the Willamette Valley compared to the rest of Oregon. The Willamette Valley is the only part of the state that allows extensive land management, logging, stuff like that. And the forests are thick as, you know, I guess you could say as thick as thieves. They're thick. And The ones down south and out in east and all that stuff, they look nothing like this. Yes, climate is a part of that. It's just the warmer areas anyways. But we've also allowed, like, say, like areas where there's too much dead underbrush, we allow that to pile up, and then when it catches spark, it burns everything. Instead of just clearing out the fire hazards and doing our best to try and maintain the existing, we're just kind of, our state's just kind of abandoned pretty much everything outside the valley. And I think in their heads it's because, you know, those parts of the valley are going to turn to Idaho. And so it becomes Idaho's problem. But I understand that there's a, you know, to a degree, there's a need for this. And what this is, like I was saying before I lost track a little bit, Oregon State University, and then like the community college out here and stuff like that. They come here for their their natural biology classes and stuff like that, and ecology classes and land management classes. I mean, all that stuff. I mean, those are some big classes for those schools. You know, usually people who are at the local community college taking the classes usually end up transferring to OSU to continue it on and get their, you know, 4-year degrees and stuff. But let's see if we can continue our adventure. I almost made it down here without the camera getting triggered. Oh, that's really cool. It's another mushy bit. Ew, ew. The mud stick here too, of course. But it's a nicely shaped mushy. Aren't these cool? It's hard for me to look up because I don't want to get slapped in the eyeball with the water dropping from the trees. We're almost down there. Because I know once down here there's a cutoff. In fact, it's right here. But yeah, branches and trees and stuff are piled up over. Finally almost there. It's like in previous vids here, this creek is pretty calm. I think this is called Carlson Creek. I could be wrong. But I'm trying to decide if I want to come over here. Yeah, I can come over here to the bridge. Oh, it's Buckner Creek. not a bad image right there. There we go. Looks like it just made a friend. It's a stink bug. Excuse me, dude. Water is, of course, usually clear, but fall, you get more rain. Obviously, all the stuff stirred up. There you go. That's pretty cool looking. Yep. See, and this is also what's pretty cool. Kind of the good thing about getting out in like the woods, going to parks, stuff like that, is whether you're a naturalist, you believe in God or anything like that, there's always some sort of representation that kind of help you out. You got this tree that looks like it obviously has been felled probably back when I was a kid. No, probably when I was more like a teenager, given the rotting and everything. But if you notice, you got these roots here and a new baby tree growing out of it. So it's kind of like, you know, even when you think something's dead, even the smallest piece of it's still alive and it can be reborn again. It's just kind of that ability, at least, to kind of be willing to, in our case, is to make the effort to do it, because it's not something that just necessarily happens just because we want it to. These are things I've had to learn, and I'm still learning. So that's where we were just standing like 30 minutes ago, and I was pointing down here. That's where we were. I'm not about to go walking up any more hills when I've already got another one to walk back up. And especially right now, I haven't had the best of sleep and just been really stressed out, and I'm not sure really kind of what to do with my days right now. I'm coming over here though, so I get a different point of view. And what throws this off to me is the road. I mean, it's not horrible. It's almost like you got something pretty right here with something, you know, not necessarily as nice on the eyes. I just know I'm not going to go adventuring in so deep, because I'm not about to, I don't want to trample on any stuff or anything and end up like, yeah, try to treat this stuff like a park. But my curiosity. Pretty cool. So now I'm going to head back towards the other direction. So I can go back the way I came, but I'm going to go to this other break-off trail over here. I think for this part of the little stuff, after I get over here, I'm going to go ahead and cut this here shortly. Honestly, if I was allowed to bring my truck down, it'd be great to get that chunk for for my anvil. I mean, that sucker, I'd be able to lay it sideways. It sounds bad. This guy's big. So, yes. This guy just laying this the way it is would be perfect. Just cut a flat spot here, flat spot on the bottom, and then create a notch for, because I have a railroad track. I got a 10-foot section, and I got like a 2-foot section, and that would be perfect for the 2-foot section to kind of cradle inside that. Yeah. When they're done doing whatever they're doing, they'll probably clean a lot of this up to a degree, but most of it'll be left to break down, because thankfully we get enough water and everything that it's easy for this shit to rot and break down. I see a cool picture. I've got to work my way around. I gotta be careful. I'm trying to get a couple there, but I'm standing on a branch and I'm starting to crack with my fat ass on it. Go up a little closer. I'm not sure if this was a part of like an old, part of one of the old trails brought through, or what. Because yeah, I remember coming through here before. I only saw this section before. Never noticed that section before. Oops. A little better. Whoops. Sorry, the camera's like obviously foggy from the rain. Cool. So, it's gonna cut it, but see that turkey tail stuff that I was telling you about? This is what it looks like. This is slightly older. Still flexible. Like this is some younger stuff. But these guys are pretty cool. And then a quick zoom in. Yeah. There we go. I wish I was taller. I wish it was a little bit taller. I wish it was a baller. I wish I had a rabbit and a hat and a bat. 6'4" and baller. The rap song for short people. Yeah, I've been having kind of a, as I was saying before, and I know other people suggest this, you're just kind of having a thunk of a day. Getting overwhelmed, it's always healthy to just go hit up a nearby park or something. Here I get to kind of do a multitask thing where I get to enjoy the walking. Being out in the forest like I enjoy a lot. And get to do some of my phototherapy that I do when I go on my walks. And you guys got to enjoy some of that, hopefully. It's pretty cool. I'm just going to take a little careful shortcut up this. Try to be careful where I step. It's just, yeah. So, anyways, I guess I'll flip this back around again. Or I'll go for a little walk back up to this. No. I hope you guys got to enjoy some of this. I think in total it's going to be like 40 minutes or close to an hour vid, but at least it's not all me rambling about some bullshit. Which is a nice change even for me for once. So, you know what? Let's get a photo of it from this side. Step over. Oh yeah. But anyways, I hope you got to enjoy some of this adventure too. I know I needed to get out and take a moment. Kind of go on a walk with God and kind of bitch to him about things a little bit. So, yeah, again, I hope you guys have a good day. Um, Thank you for watching, and be safe out there. Night.